Have you ever felt like you're trudging through life, as if no matter how hard you try, nothing ever seems to change? The endless cycles of work, struggle, and confusion leave you wondering if it's all worth it. The sleepless nights, the exhausting days, and the unanswered questions make you feel overwhelmed. At times, it can seem like the weight of the world is on your shoulders, and there's no way out. In such moments, it's easy to question, why keep going when everything seems stacked against me? But remember this. Marcus Aurelius, the great Stoic emperor, once declared that the happiness of your life depends upon the quality of your thoughts. This isn't just a superficial piece of advice. It's a profound truth that resonates through the ages. Our thoughts shape our emotions, and in turn, our emotions shape the course of our lives. By changing how we think, we can change how we feel, and ultimately, how we experience the world. Today, I want to share with you 7 powerful life lessons from the great Stoic philosophers and the wise elders who lived before us. These individuals, having faced the hardest trials life has to offer, have distilled their experiences into timeless wisdom. If you allow these lessons to sink in, they have the potential to transform your perception of yourself and the world around you. Watch closely and take your time with each lesson, because even one of these teachings could be the turning point you've been searching for. It might just give you the strength to face your hardships with a calm mind, a clear heart, and a renewed sense of purpose. Let's dive into these lessons that will help you live life with a new perspective. Lesson number 1: Relationships and expectations. Life often forces us to grapple with expectations, particularly in our relationships with others. We all experience the delicate balance of wanting to be loved, respected, and understood, yet struggling with the unpredictable nature of human connections. The Stoics teach us that the key to finding peace within these relationships lies in managing our expectations. To understand this is to realize one of the fundamental truths of human existence. Relationships are impermanent. Friends may become distant, partners may change, and those we once admired may disappoint us. This isn't a reason to become cynical or withdrawn, but a reminder to stay humble, even in moments of success. Stoicism urges us to embrace the ebb and flow of human interactions, knowing that nothing in life, including our relationships, is permanent. The wisdom of the Stoic philosopher Epictetus reminds us that it is not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters. This concept highlights the fact that our emotional responses to others are within our control. When we face rejection, betrayal, or loss, our reaction defines our experience. By managing our expectations, we free ourselves from the hurt that arises when others don't meet them. Many people waste their energy seeking the approval of others, fearing rejection or criticism. This fear often leads us to compromise our authenticity, molding ourselves into what others want us to be instead of remaining true to our core principles. But here's the truth: the acceptance of being disliked is a form of liberation. By accepting that not everyone will like us, we reclaim the freedom to live in alignment with our values without being tethered to the expectations of others. Consider the life of Socrates. In his time, Socrates was widely disliked, even condemned for his pursuit of truth and for challenging the status quo. Yet Socrates remained unwavering in his commitment to truth, teaching future generations the importance of authenticity, even at the cost of popularity. His teachings have endured for centuries, proving that the truth we hold within ourselves is far more important than the transient opinions of others. Lesson number 2: the power of control. Focus on what you can influence. One of the most liberating aspects of Stoic philosophy is the concept of control. It teaches us to focus our energy only on what is within our control, and to release all attachment to things beyond our power. In a world filled with chaos and unpredictability, it's easy to feel like everything is out of our hands. But the Stoics remind us we have the power to control our responses, our thoughts, and our actions, and that is enough. This lesson is not just about giving up control over external events, but about mastering the only thing you truly can control, your inner self. You cannot control the weather, the economy, or the actions of others, but you can control how you respond to them. The power lies in how we frame our circumstances and how we choose to react to them. Marcus Aurelius, in his meditations, often reminded himself to focus on his own actions and thoughts rather than becoming disturbed by the uncontrollable forces of life. By practicing this, he was able to maintain his inner peace despite the many challenges he faced as emperor. Lesson number 3: the value of self-discipline. Self-discipline is a cornerstone of Stoic philosophy. The Stoics understood that to live a good life, one must master their desires, avoid indulgence, and practice restraint. It's easy to be swept away by life's pleasures, food, entertainment, comfort. But the Stoics remind us that these are distractions from the path of wisdom. Self-discipline means not just avoiding excess, but also cultivating habits that promote virtue and personal growth. Whether it's dedicating time each day to study, engage in self-reflection, or practice mindfulness, self-discipline ensures that our actions align with our highest values. Lesson number 4: embrace adversity as opportunity. Another powerful Stoic lesson is to embrace hardship, not as something to avoid, but as an opportunity for growth. Life will inevitably present us with challenges, but it is through these very challenges that we can build resilience, strength, and character. The Stoic philosophers taught that adversity is not an obstacle, but a teacher. Seneca, one of the most renowned Stoics, often spoke about the importance of hardship in developing wisdom. He suggested that we should welcome difficulties, because they are opportunities to demonstrate courage, patience, and perseverance. The Stoic approach to adversity is to use it as a tool for self-improvement, turning even the darkest moments into chances for personal growth. Lesson number 5: cultivate inner peace through mindfulness. In a world filled with distractions, one of the most valuable practices is mindfulness. The Stoics emphasize the importance of living in the present moment, without being bogged down by regrets about the past or anxieties about the future. By cultivating mindfulness, we can cultivate inner peace, regardless of the external chaos. Mindfulness allows us to observe our thoughts and emotions without being consumed by them. This level of awareness creates space between stimulus and reaction, allowing us to choose our responses instead of being carried away by our impulses. Through mindfulness, we reconnect with the present moment and find tranquility amidst life's inevitable challenges. Lesson number 6: detach from external validation. The Stoics urge us to detach from the need for external validation. So often, we base our self-worth on what others think of us, seeking approval, praise, and recognition. But true fulfillment comes from within. By seeking validation from external sources, we relinquish control over our own sense of worth. Instead, the Stoic path encourages us to cultivate self-reliance and inner strength. The opinions of others should not dictate our happiness. As Epictetus famously said, "It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters." By building self-esteem from within, we are no longer at the mercy of others' opinions. Lesson number 7: live in harmony with nature. Finally, one of the central tenets of Stoicism is to live in accordance with nature. The Stoics believe that the universe is governed by a rational order, and by living in harmony with this order, we can achieve tranquility. This means accepting things as they are, embracing the flow of life, and trusting that everything unfolds as it should. To live in harmony with nature is to recognize the interconnectedness of all things. It is to understand that we are part of something greater than ourselves, and that our role is to play our part with wisdom, compassion, and integrity. Conclusion. A new way of living. The teachings of the Stoic philosophers are not just intellectual exercises. They offer practical guidance for navigating the complexities of life. Through these timeless lessons, you can learn to live with greater clarity, peace, and resilience. The Stoics show us that by mastering our thoughts, managing our expectations, embracing adversity, and cultivating inner strength, we can create a life that is not determined by external circumstances, but by our own response to them. By internalizing these lessons, you will begin to see the world and yourself in a whole new light. You will find that even in the darkest moments, there is always the potential for growth, wisdom,